Good evening, and welcome to G the Truth's Top 10 Countdown again. And today, I will be discussing my top 10 NFL quarterbacks of the 21st century. And before then, I'm going to tell you about my Teddy Grahams over here. Say hi, Teddy Grahams. Hey, everybody. I'm Teddy Grahams. What's up? How y'all doing? Little Jimmy. Alright. Anyways, on the countdown of the top 10 quarterbacks in the National Football League in the 21st century. Not an easy list to put together, but I kind of knew who was in the top 10, but let's get down to it. At number 10, the first of two Mannings that will be on this countdown. Eli Manning. Eli Manning on the countdown because he was Super Bowl champion in 2008. And that's really the only reason why I would throw him in there, because he's been so up and down of a quarterback. But because he has his ring, he led the Giants to the promised land somehow, some way. It's enough to put him on the countdown. This is the 21st century, not all time. So, at number 9, the late, great Air Steve McNair. Hey, through all the injuries and everything, if he was just healthy his whole career, he could have gotten himself a Super Bowl championship. It's my heart of hearts. But he got there in 2000. Unfortunately, that was a game in which Kevin Dyson came up like 2 inches short. It's like the 6-inch game. He came up 6 inches short for tying the game in that classic against the St. Louis Rams in 2000. At number 8, Donovan McNabb. People do wonder, why do I put Donovan McNabb on the countdown at all? Well, it's as simple as it gets. Albeit he was criticized in Philadelphia, he was never given a fair chance by the fans because they didn't see him as him fitting his Andy Reid style of his offense. But he still, regardless of what happened, got the Eagles to 5 NFC championship games and did give them to at least one Super Bowl. And they fell short in that game against the New England Patriots. So that in and of itself should be enough to have Donovan McNabb in that top 10 countdown. At number 7, Aaron Rodgers, better known as A-Rod. Yeah, I got the Packers shirt on. But I'm being subjective on this countdown. But Aaron Rodgers is at number 7. He just came off of winning the Super Bowl last year. The Packers are currently the defending Super Bowl champions of the world. And that man is just a man amongst boys right now. In the last couple of years, he finally came into his own as a starting quarterback. Super Bowl champion, NFC champion, future MVP potentially, but we can't say that right now. Who knows what will happen? But he is basically a methodical game changer. He is basically like a damn mortician, carving up people. He has the total package. He can run, he can throw, he can read. He can throw any kind of pass you ask him to. Back shoulder, anything. Aaron Rodgers is that cult personality. At number 6, Drew Brees. Drew Brees, Super Bowl champion in 2010 for the New Orleans Saints. And for somebody of his size, to only be 6 foot and to be able to accomplish what he has, not many people thought he would even make it to the next level, including me. Especially coming out of where he was at Purdue, running the spread offense. But good for Drew Brees. At number 5, Big Ben Roethlisberger. 2-time Super Bowl champion. 2-time Super Bowl champion. In the years 2006 and 2009, he won those championships for the Steelers. With Ben Roethlisberger, you cannot judge him off of stats and how flashy he is. That's not how you judge him. You judge him on his will. How he's able to somehow, some way, put the ball in the right position no matter what. And no matter how hurt he is, he goes out there and plays his all. And it's almost like he plays better when he's injured. He has to be hurt at some point in order for him to thrive. So that in of itself puts Ben Roethlisberger at the beginning of my top 5. At number 4, Kurt Warner. Super Bowl champion in 2000 for the St. Louis Rams. Also got to the Super Bowl a second time in 2009 for the Arizona Cardinals. Once written off after he left with the Rams to the Giants is just the man that was just sitting there warming that seat up for Eli Manning. It appeared as if his career was over. But a resurrection happened when we found out in Arizona that Matt Leinart was nothing but a quarterback that dinks and dunks it down the field. So he eventually took his spot, resurrected his career, and was able to help put Larry Fitzgerald to the next level of his career. At number 3, if this was a countdown from 1990 on, Brett Favre would be number 1. But unfortunately, we're only judging from 2000 on. So Brett Favre is number 3 on the countdown. Better known to most fans as just a gunslinger. The gambling mentality of Brett Favre is what made us love him, made us believe in him in all those years with the Packers. But what ultimately got him off the top of the countdown, the top 2, was the nasty feud he had in 08 when he originally retired from the Packers and he won his spot back. But management said, no, we're sticking with Aaron Rodgers. Go home. Take your ball. And it turned into a nasty war and morphed Brett Favre into diva status. And then he retired 2 more times and came back. So what the hell? Brett, you didn't know what he was doing. In the end, his legacy kind of got tarnished because of it. But still, in that time period in this century, he did get the Packers and the Vikings to an NFC Championship game, but did not get them to the big game. But still, Brett Favre is enough to be number 3 on this countdown. Now on to my top 2. This really was not an easy decision at all, because you can really flip-flop it either way, and nobody will really be mad about it. I think if you're a football fan, you know who the top 2 on this list is. But here's in this order. At number 2, Peyton William Manning, Super Bowl champion in 2007 for the Indianapolis Colts. Peyton Manning is just a damn scientist. There's not even anything to say about it. He's a scientist. He sits back. He reads defenses. He disciples what they're doing. Adjusts on the fly. Having defenses whipped all over the place and confusion. Methodically breaking them down. Putting receivers in the right position. To get to the plays that he needs. And he also, at the time, broke Dan Marino's all-time record for most touchdown passes in 2004. Don't forget that. But Peyton Manning, we're finding out this season with him not playing at all because of his neck injury, we found out how valuable Peyton Manning is. Peyton Manning was and is the Colts offense. And to top it off in the countdown, at number 1, Tom Brady, man, from the New England Patriots. 3-time Super Bowl champion. And has gotten the Patriots to the Super Bowl 4 times in this century. What else can you say? An outcast. A cast-off. 7th round draft pick. Who'd have thunk it? What were the odds that Tom Brady was going to ever do anything? So from where he came from that unfortunate injury from Drew Bledsoe in 2001 that spawned the beginning of a legendary career, to him being able to win 3 Super Bowl championships with New England Patriots, to be able to use any kind of player he wants. It doesn't matter who you plug in the offense. He will get you the ball. If you just go in the right position, he will be there for you. He puts you in spots in which you are most comfortable with, and that's what sets Brady apart from any other quarterback. Plus, he's willing to take hits. He's willing to be aggressive. And unfortunately, as much as I love Peyton Manning personally, that's what sets him apart from Tom Brady, and that's what makes Tom Brady the number 1 quarterback in the 21st century in the National Football League. And that wraps it up for this week. I'll be back again, same time, same place, starting next Monday again, available for download on YouTube. And don't forget, follow me on Twitter at TheRealG The Truth. Have a good night. God bless.